In the early 90s, Nickelodeon was kid everything. And you better hope that your house had cable.
Wasn't there to educate you. We were there to have fun, to get slimed, to be entertained.
And this is when Dan Schneider arrives, Nickelodeon's golden boy. He created these shows that were hugely successful for them.
No one had ever really done sketch comedy starring kids for kids.
He launched the careers of child actors who became major stars.
For 20 years, he shaped children's entertainment and culture.
Hey, thank you for being here.
But that marked one of the darkest chapters. Working for Dan was like being in an abusive relationship.
Dan's treatment of people on his shows was an open secret.
So my lawyer filed complaints, gender discrimination, hostile work environment, harassment, and it was so devastating.
How safe can any kids be in that environment? There would be even bigger problems down the line with actual pedophiles on set.
These are 3 predators who worked at Nickelodeon, all in a short amount of time.
Hey guys, what are ready for you?
It was a toxic environment. It made me trust people less.
We were there for so many hours. You get comfortable with people until you're not.
I had no idea what I was saving my son from. It was a house of horrors.
They find this enormous trove of child pornography.
The officer said, "We found Ziploc bags, each one with a girl's name on it."
11 charges of child sexual abuse related to a child actor.
It made me wonder who was being hurt.
I've been waiting 17 years for today.
It wasn't dealing with anybody on the shows or anything, right?
It was a child actor.
On one of our shows.
Yes.
Have you ever told your story publicly before?
Shalom, call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, or QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, name of His only begotten Son, name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to the 144,000. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to go into this documentary series that started airing recently. It's called Quiet on Set. All right, it's called Quiet on Set, and it's about Nickelodeon. All right. Now I've gone into different documentaries like this before. I got examples. Let's see. This is the documentary that we're talking about now. I went into this one right here as well. Okay, I did a video. It's called What a Sick and Wicked World We're In. Watch these documentaries, links below. Esau, vile and profane. All right, and this one is called An Open Secret. Let me see right here. I have these documentaries right here. It says An Open Secret. Everyone knew Brian. I forgot his name. Brian something. But it shows you how these individuals, that have this power in this world and this influence in these companies, they're really sick, man. A lot of these shows starred children that was getting abused and stuff, and it just goes to show how wicked this world is, man. All right, the wickedness of Esau it's all being exposed in these last days. All right, now this particular show I have not started watching yet. I've been watching clips of it and these different interviews, but it's just a very sick world. And right now Esau is being found out. He is being exposed, man. Okay, his hidden things are being searched out. All right, and a lot of these particular individuals that was on these sets, all right, and had power over these shows were definitely Edomites. All right, and they was abusing people. All right, because they had the power to. And power is very corrupting. Okay, power is very corrupting. You give the wrong person power, they're going to abuse it. All right, they're going to abuse it. And that's what these individuals have done. All right, I posted this clip or this post yesterday, and this is Jay Lewis, okay, from the Just Jordan show, all right, which I used to watch this show growing up. A lot of these shows I watched growing up, man. You know, and I kind of got a little vibe that some wasn't right. But you know, they talk about the different jokes that were not or were improper for, you know, children, and I felt that vibe watching these shows. But this show in particular I really liked because it was a Jake, you know, the Just Jordan show, and what he said in his recent tweet says a lot. It says Just Jordan got canceled, and I was wondering where that show went. And you can't find it on any streaming platforms. You can't find it anywhere now. But he said Just Jordan got canceled. I ain't giving up no ass. All right. So this Jake right here, just Jay Lewis, he stood on principle. Okay. He had integrity when most people didn't. All right. And this is the truth, man, because you got, you know, these particular music executives and these people in these industries that, you know, they prey on, you know, people based off of what you want. We hear this thing about Diddy offering people Grammys if they do this and do that, you know. So if you're not strong in the spirit, if you're weak, if you have no integrity, you're going to fall for this shit, man. And a lot of these people have done compromising things, you know, to get, you know, some level of fame or money, okay, in this society, and it's not worth it. As you can see, it's not worth it. All right, what else I got here? Oh, this is Amanda Bynes. All right, this is Amanda Bynes from the all that show. Okay, or no, it's like the Amanda show. I believe she was on All That too, but the Amanda show. All right, she had her own show, and this guy Dan Snyder, this fat ass Edomite, you know, he was pretty much abusing, you know, this girl. You had this girl Jamie Lynn from which is Britney Spears' daughter. I mean sister, Salakia. She in particular, you know, she was on the show, and you know her show got canceled after she, you know, reports of her getting pregnant by this guy Dan Snyder. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes. Let me show you this chick, Amanda Bynes, and who she is today. Okay, this is what, you know, these people do. They destroy these people. Let's play it. That's her then, and this is her now. All right, totally through. All right, there's more. I might put this up as a short, but totally through. This is Amanda Bynes now. All right, so this isn't, you know, something that is light. No, this is, you know, the real deal. All right, and these devils are being found out to be the demons that they are. Okay, so let me grab a few scriptures before I go. I might end up coming back to this, you know, after I watch the actual documentary. But like the ones I showed you, An Open Secret, that's a good one to watch. This on YouTube for free. You know, and it's more, I believe, you know, this documentary is, you know, it's Nickelodeon, so they're going to be PG and stuff. They're going to try to, you know, sugarcoat it. But that one, An Open Secret, is more to the point. It's more, you know, and it's important to watch these things, especially if you have children, you know, because you want to be mindful of what your children are watching. This world is much more wicked, you know, now than it was back then. You better believe it. So be mindful. It says, Matthew chapter 10, verse 26, it says, fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. And all these things that are being found out, you know, in these times shows you that Esau's time is coming to an end. Okay, his rule is over. It says, and everything that they trying to cover up and hide, okay, it's all coming to the light, and that's for everything, you know, and the Lord is going to expose everything, man. If you know, done any wickedness, hey, you need to repent, because the Lord is going to expose it all. All right. It says, what I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach upon the housetops. And this is our job, being the prophets, you know, being the mouthpiece of the Lord, is to, you know, expose these things and, you know, flash a light on these things. Because, you know, most people won't. All right, they'll try to sweep it under the rug. It says, and fear them not which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to kill, to destroy both soul and body in hell. And that's the thing. The Lord is in control of all things, man. So we're not supposed to fear. We're not supposed to, give into this stuff like most people do. All right. So let me grab this real quick too. All right, let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. In the NLT, it says, "What sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk? You force your cup on them so you can gloat over their shameful nakedness." And that's America as a whole. You know, that's what America does. You know, so these particular shows, you know, that's what they do. And these particular, like Dan Schneider, these people are multi-millionaires, man. I just watched the interview of him. He, you know, he had the crocodile tears and stuff, but this guy is still free. You see, he ain't locked up. He's still free. You know. And it shows you those pedos I was on the show, you know, that got arrested and whatnot. But these people were doing heinous acts, man. You know, taking advantage of people. All right, and that's what they do. They take advantage of people, man. Okay, they promise you the stars, and give you dirt. All right. It says, verse 16. But soon it will be your turn to be disgraced. Come, drink, and be exposed. And that's, you know, the main thing. They're being exposed. The Lord said, that the Lord shall lift the skirt and uncover the thigh. America's darkness is being found out, all right? And now the whole world is seeing it. It says, come drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord Yahawah's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame, okay? It will be shameful spewing upon your glory. You see? So, you know, what they once, you know, took pride in and gloried in, now it's being turned to shame, man. All right, and man, these devils are through. All right, so this particular documentary, I advise you to watch it. I still gotta watch it, but just seeing this coming out like in a month ago, I did this video a month ago about an open secret. Go watch this video too. All right, it's on my channel. Like I said, I did it a month ago. You can still, you know, go in there and find it. You know, it ain't get taken down, thankfully. But it just shows you, you know, this world that we are living in, man. Okay, or merely surviving, because we ain't living. We just merely surviving in this place. And how, you know, sinister and wicked it really is, man. All right, so, and this is a good thing that these things are coming out, being exposed. Esau's being found out. And it just shows you that, you know, this place is over, bro. This place is over. You know, the Lord is, you know, wrapping it up with this place. And pretty soon, our kingdom is going to come where ain't dwelleth righteousness. Okay, ain't gonna be no more, you know, sick shit going on. No more, you know, people getting taken advantage of and stuff. None of that stuff is going to be going on anymore, man, in our kingdom. All right, so that's what we long for, a righteous kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right, because this kingdom is wicked and it's being found out. So I pray the short video has been edifying. Like I said, I might come back to it after I watch the show, depending on, you know, what's said. But yeah. You know, this is the new wave. America's being exposed. You know, and everything that was, you know, set up, you know, to look like good was actually darkness, man. And you never know until, you know, people start to come out and expose these things, and that's what's happening now. So shalom, coming sure Allah, blah blah blah. Pray this little short lesson has been edifying and hopeful elect. Double honor to our teachers, the elders, and apostles, the great millstone. Shalom.
I've made Dan Schneider references throughout, you know, the thousands of videos that are public on this channel. And what surprises me is that I've never made a full dedicated video about Dan Schneider and what's going on with him. Drake Bell and other Nickelodeon stars coming forward talking about their horrible experiences, not only with Dan Schneider, but with other creeps and freaks such as Brian Peck. I've been looking at this for the last 2 to 3 days. And just look at this guy right here. This is that guy who went to jail for a few months after, and I don't even have to say allegedly, after he sexually assaulted Drake Bell. Sometimes you can just tell when you're watching, when you're looking at a creep. This guy just has a pedophile face, if you will. Some people can hide it, and some simply cannot, and well, this guy known as Brian Peck is one of them. And this is when we get into the whole Dan Schneider situation. He was the producer behind some of Nickelodeon's biggest shows, Kenan and Kel, The Amanda Show, Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, iCarly, Victorious, Sam and Cat, which flopped. So yeah, he had a pretty big role when it comes to working at Nickelodeon. He had a pretty comfortable seat. Now, everyone here and their mama knows exactly how much of a freak Dan Schneider is, and this picture, I don't even have to say anything. There's legitimately no reason why this needed to be filmed. Dan Schneider was extremely, and I mean extremely, into feed. If you search up Dan Schneider feed, I mean, here we have another one. Here we have another example of Dan Schneider's foot fetish. And here we have another example. You get the point. And of course, everyone knows about this image. This image right here straight up feels illegal. I feel like I'm going to jail just for looking at it. So I'm just gonna stop right here. You get the point. Dan Schneider, huge creep. And yesterday, Dan Schneider responded. He made this video called Dan Schneider Talks About Quiet on the Set. And in case you guys don't know, Quiet on the Set is a show that's going on Max, I believe, where they're getting Nickelodeon stars such as Drake Bell to talk about their experiences working at Nick. I mean, just take a look at this clip.
It was a different time, so I think it was a little easier to go to and from a courthouse and not worry about Twitter that night or TMZ paparazzis being there. On the day of sentencing for Brian, I get to the courthouse. It was the most unbelievable thing I'd ever seen. His entire side of the courtroom was full. Full. There were definitely some recognizable faces on that side of the room. And my side was me, my mom, and my brother.
I'm sure some top Nick executives were right there to protect this fucking creep that is Brian Peck. And like I said, he did go to jail. He is a convicted sex offender. He was arrested on August 19, 2003 for lewd conduct with a minor. And then this is where it gets crazy. After his release, he was hired to work on the Disney Channel Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. He did voiceover for 3 episodes, but was later fired by Disney after his conviction came up.
Brian had been convicted, but getting all of this support from a lot of people in the industry, and yeah, I was pretty shocked. My mom got up, she had a statement. I wasn't going to address Brian. There was no reason to. I addressed my statement to everyone in the room. I looked at all of them, and I just said, "How dare you?" And I said, "You will forever have the memory of sitting in this courtroom and defending this person. And I will forever have the memory of the person you're defending violating me and doing unspeakable acts and crimes. And that's what I'll remember."
I don't know if this is a hot take, controversial take that's gonna get me hate or criticism, but at this point I don't really care. Anyone who ever harms a kid physically should honestly be given the electric chair, and I will not hear anyone out. You literally ruined kids' lives. Jail is not enough, honestly. A year is nothing. 6 years is nothing. You potentially ruined that person's life forever, and you only do 6 years? Nah, dude. You get the fucking electric chair. You're done. You need to be cooked. This is where we get into that
documentary just released. It's called Quiet on Set: The Dark Side of Kids TV. And basically it explores all of the dark stuff that was going on while making these Nickelodeon shows. This one talks about Brian Peck, who is a dialogue coach, doing inappropriate things with Drake Bell. And he even went to jail for 16 months for it as a convicted SA person. And then after he got released, he immediately signed to Disney or something, which is actually just sad and hilarious at the same time. Anyways, this guy called Dan Schneider is at the center of it, and he's the guy who produced all these iconic shows, right? Like Drake and Josh, Victorious, Zoe 101, iCarly. And this guy, Dan, would always just be the ultimate creep. There's basically a bunch of viral videos going around on Twitter right now about Ariana Grande just doing really weird and inappropriate stuff as instructed by her creep producers or directors. And basically all of these videos are just really creepy sort of innuendos. And this is when she's literally a kid, right? Basically, they'll tell her to do really, like, weird innuendo type shit, like sticking her finger in her mouth. Another, she's talking about some random comparison with the ocean, talking about being soaking wet. Then in another one, she's drinking water upside down on the bed and then spills it on herself. And then probably one of the worst ones of them all is where she tries to squeeze a potato and says, "Give me the juice." And it's obviously, like, anyone can tell that that's not a joke directed at kids at all. That is a joke specifically made for his fucking weird ass fantasies. It's so messed up. I don't know. He was obviously insinuating the potatoes of dick, right? Anyway, so after this documentary came out, Dan Schneider actually